Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might surprise you. We're talking about the 2020 D Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, a coin that looks like just another penny but could actually be worth more than just 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right, a modern penny from 2020, minted just a few years ago, has caught the attention of collectors and has started selling for much more than its face value. Let's talk about what makes this coin so special and why it might be worth keeping an eye out for. So, let's start with some basics. The 2020 Lincoln penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, as created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. This design has been around for over 100 years and has become iconic in American currency. On the reverse side, you'll find the shield design that was introduced in 2010. The design symbolizes Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single country. But while the design might look ordinary to most, what really matters to collectors are the unique qualities that some of these 2020 D pennies possess. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay more than a penny for a coin that's so new and was produced in the millions? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting, where rarity, condition, and errors can transform an ordinary coin into something special. Let's break it down. Point 1: Major reason that some 2020 D Lincoln pennies are worth more is due to their condition. In the coin collecting world, the state of preservation, known as the coin's grade, plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition with a high grade can fetch far more money than one that's been circulated and shows signs of wear. Coins are graded on a scale, with the top grade being MS70, which means the coin is in perfect mint condition. A 2020 D penny with a high grade, especially if it's graded as MS68 or MS69, can be worth much more than face value. Some collectors will pay a premium for high-grade specimens, making even a common penny worth a closer look. Another factor adding to the value of some 2020 D Lincoln pennies is minting errors. Errors occur during the coin production process and can result in coins with unusual or unique characteristics. These error coins are rare and are highly sought after by collectors because they are seen as one of a kind. Some possible errors on the 2020 D penny might include things like double die errors, where the image or text on the coin appears doubled, off-center strikes, or even die cracks that show up as lines on the surface of the coin. These kinds of errors are unintentional, but they make the coin unique, and that uniqueness can add significant value. The rarer the error, the higher the potential value. There's also something to be said about the low mintage factor. Now, while the 2020 D penny isn't exactly rare in terms of how many were produced, there were some disruptions at the US Mint in 2020 due to the pandemic, which impacted production. As a result, fewer pennies might have been released into circulation than in a typical year. This has added a layer of interest among collectors. Additionally, coins minted during significant historical events, like the pandemic, tend to hold added appeal. The 2020 coins are seen by some as a historical marker, and that historical significance can boost interest in them for years to come. Another trend we're seeing is a heightened interest in modern coins as collectibles. This is partly due to the internet and social media, where coin collecting communities can share and trade information faster than ever before. More people are learning about the value of modern error coins, high-grade coins, and unique issues, which has brought more attention to coins like the 2020 D Lincoln penny. So, let's talk market value. Right now, these coins are selling for more than face value, especially those in top grades. You might find 2020 D Lincoln pennies in MS68 or MS69 condition selling for several dollars each. In some cases, these high-grade pennies can fetch anywhere from $10 to $30 or more, depending on demand. And if you have a 2020 D penny with an error, you might be looking at even higher prices. Some error coins can reach hundreds of dollars depending on the type and rarity of the error. If you're hoping to find a valuable 2020 D penny, here are a few tips. First, focus on condition. Look for pennies that are as close to perfect as possible. If you find any with unusual marks, doubling, or off-center designs, you might have an error coin, which could be worth a premium. And if you think you found something special, consider having it professionally graded. A coin in a certified grade holder is more likely to attract collectors who are willing to pay for a high-quality coin. So, should you be holding onto every 2020 D penny you come across? It's probably worth setting aside any that look to be in excellent condition or that show signs of errors. While not every 2020D penny will be worth a fortune, there's certainly potential in finding one that's worth more than just a penny. To wrap things up, the 2020D Lincoln penny is a modern coin that's generating buzz in the coin collecting community. Thanks to factors like high-grade examples, error coins, and its connection to a unique year in history, this penny has attracted collector interest and has been selling for more than face value. So, next time you're sorting through your change, don't overlook the 2020D pennies. You might just find a coin that's worth more than you think. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest coin collecting videos. Leave a comment below if you've come across any interesting 2020D pennies, and let us know what other coins you'd like us to cover. We're diving deep into the story of one of the most intriguing coins ever minted, the 1962D Lincoln penny. What makes this penny so fascinating, and how could it possibly be worth as much as $1 million? We're about to explore the history, the unique features, and the factors that drive the staggering value of this coin. So, let's get into it. At first, let's set the scene by going back to 1962. The United States was in the midst of a significant period of economic and cultural growth. The Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for over 50 years by then, and it was one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. With its distinctive image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, it had become iconic. This coin was produced in massive quantities, especially at the Denver Mint, where millions of pennies bearing the D Mint mark were struck. Now, you might wonder, with so many of these pennies in circulation, why would one particular coin from 1962 with a D Mint mark be worth such a large sum of money? Well, the answer lies in the rarity and condition of certain coins that manage to escape the usual wear and tear of circulation. And, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Let's talk about the role that condition plays in coin value. When we discuss a coin being in mint state, we're referring to a coin that is essentially untouched by time or human hands. These coins look as though they've just been produced. If you find a 1962D Lincoln penny in mint state, with all the details on Lincoln's face, clothing, and even the wheat stalks on the reverse side still crisp and clear, you're looking at something rare. The grading scale used by experts ranges from poor to perfect, with perfect being almost unattainable. But when a coin from 1962 surfaces in near-perfect condition, it becomes highly valuable. And in cases where these coins achieve top grades, the value can soar dramatically, but that's not the only factor. There are other details and characteristics that collectors prize when it comes to a 1962D Lincoln penny. For example, some of these coins may display unique characteristics, like a strong, well-defined strike, meaning that every feature of the coin is sharply defined. This clarity is rare for Lincoln pennies from that period, and it drives up the coin's appeal and its price. Another fascinating detail is that there are occasional varieties within the 1962D Lincoln pennies that make certain ones even more desirable. For example, some coins may show what's known as a double die error, where certain parts of the design appear doubled due to a mishap during the minting process. This error might not be immediately visible without magnification, but for coin collectors, it adds a tremendous amount of value. A 1962D penny with a visible double die effect is a collector's dream. Let's not forget about demand. The world of coin collecting is incredibly dynamic, and trends often change based on factors like historic interest, rarity, and market interest. The 1962D Lincoln penny has become a sought-after coin, partly because it's from an era when people are nostalgic for the history and cultural moments of the 1960s. It's a piece of history, encapsulating a period in time that holds a lot of meaning for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The $1 million price tag associated with a 1962D Lincoln penny is typically only achieved at auctions, where the most competitive collectors are willing to pay a premium for the rarest, highest quality specimens. Auction houses that specialize in rare coins, such as Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers, sometimes list these pristine pennies, where they ignite bidding wars among enthusiasts who know exactly how rare these coins are. So, what does this mean for you? If you happen to come across a 1962D Lincoln penny, there are a few steps you can take to determine if it might be one of these extremely valuable coins. First, check its condition. Is it worn down from use, or does it look sharp and clear as if it was minted yesterday? Second, look closely for any unique features or potential errors, like doubling on the letters or numbers. Finally, if you believe you found a penny in exceptional condition, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. These services, like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate the coin's condition, and if it's graded highly, you might just have something incredibly valuable on your hands. In the end, the 1962 D Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent piece of copper-plated zinc. It's a rare and remarkable piece of American history. From its origins in the Denver Mint to the high-stakes auctions where top-quality specimens can fetch life-changing sums, this coin captures the imagination of collectors and investors alike. If you've enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of the 1962 D Lincoln penny, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins or if you're on the hunt for a special piece of your own. We're diving into a coin that might surprise you with its incredible value. It's small, it's familiar, but it could potentially be worth a staggering amount of money. I'm talking about the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, yes, the very penny you might come across in loose change or pocket money. Today, we'll explore what makes this penny so special, how it came to be worth over $1 million, and how you might just have one sitting in your own collection. So, let's dive right in. First, let's talk a bit about the history of the 1994 Lincoln penny. Now, 1994 may not seem like a particularly notable year for pennies. The Lincoln penny, in fact, had been in circulation for nearly 85 years by that point, with its familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design had been around since 1959, when the reverse was changed to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. By 1994, billions of these coins had been produced, so what exactly makes this particular penny worth over $1 million? Well, as with many rare coins, it comes down to a combination of rarity, demand, and the elusive world of coin collecting. The key here is that this particular 1994 penny has no mint mark. Now, for those who may not be familiar, a mint mark is a small letter on a coin that tells you where it was minted. For example, a D represents the Denver Mint, while an S stands for San Francisco. If you see no mint mark on a Lincoln penny, it generally means it was minted in Philadelphia. However, it's not just any 1994 penny with no mint mark that has this incredible value. The penny we're talking about today has very specific characteristics that make it worth so much. One of the major factors that determines a coin's value is its condition. In the world of coin collecting, a grading system is used to evaluate the condition and quality of each coin. Coins are rated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no flaws whatsoever. For a 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny to be worth over $1 million, it has to be in nearly perfect condition, often graded as MS67 or higher by professional coin grading services. Coins in this grade are incredibly rare and are usually kept in protective cases to preserve their quality. So why would someone pay over $1 million for a penny in such high grade? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Pennies are generally produced in very high numbers, but coins in mint state condition from 1994 with no mint mark and in a high grade are hard to find. Collectors love coins that are rare and in pristine condition, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. Think of it like owning a rare piece of art. The rarer it is and the better its condition, the higher the value. You might be wondering why this penny has no mint mark. Well, the US Mint occasionally produces coins without a mint mark by accident. Sometimes these errors go unnoticed, and some of these coins slip into circulation. In other cases, the mint intentionally leaves off the mint mark for certain runs, but in this case, it's likely due to an oversight or production anomaly that resulted in a small number of these no mint mark pennies being released. This kind of mystery and anomaly can make a coin even more desirable to collectors. Now, you may be thinking, do I have one of these pennies? It's definitely possible, but it's essential to look closely. First, check to see if there's a mint mark just below the date on the front of the coin. If there's no mint mark, that's a good start. Next, look at the coin's overall condition. Does it look worn or scratched? Or does it have a shiny, almost uncirculated appearance? A coin in very high grade will have few to no visible imperfections. The best way to know for sure, though, is to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading service. They can accurately determine the coin's condition and whether it qualifies for that high grade that makes it so valuable. Getting a coin graded can be a smart move if you think you have a rare find. There are several well-known coin grading services like PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These services will examine your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. This process can increase the coin's value and make it easier to sell to collectors if it turns out to be a rare piece. Now, let's talk about the numbers. Some 1994 no-mint mark pennies in pristine condition have sold for impressive amounts at auctions, reaching up to $1.1 million in certain cases. Why such a high price? Well, the value can go up at auction when there's a high level of interest from collectors. Bidding wars can drive the price up, especially when multiple collectors are vying for the same rare coin. This penny has become somewhat of a legend in the coin collecting world, and when one goes up for auction, it can attract serious attention and big money. If you're interested in collecting coins or searching for rare pennies, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always handle coins carefully, preferably by the edges, to avoid damaging them. Second, invest in a magnifying glass and good lighting. Small details like the mint mark and the condition of the coin's surface can make a huge difference in value. Finally, consider buying a coin album or protective sleeves to keep your coins safe from wear and tear. The most exciting part of coin collecting is that rare finds can show up anywhere, even in your pocket change. Next time you get pennies in your change, take a closer look. You never know what you might find. Many valuable coins have been discovered in circulation, just waiting to be recognized by a sharp-eyed collector. So, there you have it, the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a simple coin with an extraordinary value. This little copper piece, often overlooked, could be worth over $1 million if it has the right qualities. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the hunt for rare coins is a fun and potentially rewarding journey. Who knows, you might be holding onto a fortune without even knowing it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny or if you're inspired to start looking. We're diving into one of the most intriguing and sought-after coins in American numismatic history, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You heard it right, this penny, with a face value of just 1 cent, is worth an astonishing $1.2 million under the right circumstances. So, let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so incredibly valuable and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own one. First, let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic coin since it was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, there have been countless variations, but few have stirred as much excitement and mystery as the 1972 no-mint mark penny. You may be wondering what's so special about a no-mint mark penny. To understand that, let's talk about the coin's production details. In 1972, pennies were minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins minted in Denver have a D mint mark, while those produced in Philadelphia were left without a mint mark. This makes Philadelphia minted coins, which are marked by the absence of a mint mark, common in the sense that millions of them were circulated. However, there's something particularly unique about certain 1972 no-mint mark pennies, and that's where the excitement begins. The key feature that makes the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth so much is a special type of error known as a doubled die. A doubled die occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, resulting in a noticeable doubling of elements like letters and numbers. In the case of the 1972 penny, some coins exhibit a very prominent doubling on the obverse side, especially on the words Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as on the date 1972. If you examine one of these error coins, you'll see a distinct doubling effect on these elements that's very clear to the naked eye. This doubling happened because of an error during the die-making process at the Philadelphia Mint. When the design was impressed into the die, it shifted slightly before the second impression was made. This caused parts of the lettering and the date to appear doubled, creating a striking visual effect. Such an error makes these coins very distinct from a regular 1972 penny, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add these rare error coins to their collections. It's also important to note that not every 1972 penny with a no-mint mark is worth a fortune. Most 1972 pennies in circulation are regular coins without any doubling, and these are typically only worth face value. However, if you find one with the doubled die error in pristine condition, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. The value of these coins varies based on their condition. A well-worn, circulated example might fetch a few $100s, but a high-grade, uncirculated specimen graded by a professional grading service could be worth $1.2 million or more at auction.so. What should you look for if you think you might have a valuable 1972 double-die penny? First, examine the coin carefully with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Pay close attention to the words Liberty and In God We Trust along the upper rim of the coin. Look closely at the date 1972 as well. If you see a clear, doubled image on any of these elements, especially on a coin with little to no wear, you could have a very valuable piece on your hands. Another important factor in the value of a 1972 double-die penny is its condition, often referred to as its grade. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear from circulation, are the most valuable. These are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, flawless coin. A 1972 double-die penny in mint state can command incredible prices at auction, with the highest grade examples fetching close to that $1.2 million mark. If you believe you have a valuable specimen, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Once you have a certified 1972 double-die penny, you may decide to keep it as part of your collection or potentially sell it at auction. Recent years have seen record-breaking sales for rare pennies, as collectors and investors are increasingly interested in U.S. coins with historical and era significance. If you're lucky enough to find a 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with a double-die error, you're holding more than just a coin, you're holding a piece of numismatic history. The story of these coins is one of chance, rarity, and fascination. Each one is a reminder of the unexpected treasures that can sometimes come from small errors. So, don't overlook your pocket change, take a closer look, and who knows, you might just have a $1.2 million penny sitting in your hands. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on rare coins, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found any valuable coins or if you're on the lookout for a 1972 double-die penny. We're diving into an exciting topic that could make you look at your pocket change a little closer. Imagine owning a 1988 Lincoln penny that's worth $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny could be worth a fortune if it's a rare 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. In this video, we'll be covering everything you need to know about this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you can identify one. Let's get started. So, what exactly is this 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and why is it worth such big money? Let's break down the history and details behind this valuable coin. In 1988, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies, but most of these were regular coins with no particular collector value. However, among those pennies, there's a rare variety that's known as the no-mint mark 1988 Lincoln penny. Coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint usually don't have a mint mark, so this alone is not what makes the coin valuable. But there's a special detail about some of these 1988 pennies that collectors are paying serious money for. The 1988 penny we're talking about has a unique feature on the reverse side of the coin, where you'll find the initials FG. These initials stand for Frank Gasparo, the designer of the Lincoln Memorial reverse on the penny. On most 1988 pennies, the FG initials are normal, but on some rare varieties, there's a very subtle difference in the font and spacing of these initials, which collectors call a transitional error. Now, why would such a small detail make this coin worth over $1 million? The answer lies in the production process. During this time, the mint was transitioning from one die design to another. Some 1988 pennies were accidentally struck with a reverse die intended for 1989 coins. This mix-up created a rare transitional variety penny that has different details compared to the regular 1988 penny. Only a few of these transitional error pennies were ever produced, making them incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. To spot this valuable penny, you'll need to look very closely at the FG initials on the back of the coin, near the base of the Lincoln Memorial. The rare variety has the 1989 style initials, which are slightly different in size and positioning compared to the standard 1988 initials. It may seem like a small difference, but collectors know that in the world of coin collecting, small details can make a massive impact on a coin's value. So, how can you tell if you have the rare version? A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will be essential tools for spotting this subtle difference. Examine the FG initials carefully. If they appear closer to the base of the Lincoln Memorial or have a slightly different font style, you might be holding on to one of these rare coins. Now let's talk about condition. Even if you find the rare 1988 transitional error penny, the condition of the coin will play a big role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. A penny with visible wear and tear may still be valuable, but a high-grade, mint condition example can reach that stunning $1.3 million value. The highest prices are typically paid for coins in top condition, so it's important to handle any rare penny carefully to avoid scratches or other damage. If you think you have one of these coins, you might consider sending it to a professional grading service to confirm its authenticity and get an official grade.so. Where can you look for this rare 1988 no mint mark penny? Start by checking your pocket change, piggy banks, or old coin collections. Many valuable coins have been found in the most unexpected places. Because this error was unintentional, it's entirely possible that someone unknowingly spent one of these rare pennies years ago, and it's been circulating ever since. Once you find a penny that might fit the description, you can bring it to a local coin shop or send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm if it's the valuable transitional error variety. If it's confirmed, you could be holding a piece of coin history worth over $1 million. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. The rare 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is valuable because of a transitional error that caused some 1988 pennies to be struck with a reverse die meant for 1989 coins. This created a rare variety with a unique FG initial style on the reverse side of the coin. If you have this coin in excellent condition, you might just have a $1.3 million penny on your hands. So, who knew that something as small as a penny could be worth so much? The world of coin collecting is full of incredible stories, and this is just one example of how a tiny detail can lead to a huge payout. Next time you come across a 1988 penny, take a closer look. It might just be the find of a lifetime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you think you've found any rare coins, and we'll see you in the next video. We're diving into a fascinating discovery, the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth an astonishing $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary penny, a coin that millions of people overlook every day, might just be sitting in your pocket or coin jar, waiting to make you a millionaire. But what makes this penny so special? Why are collectors and enthusiasts ready to pay big money for it? Let's find out now. When we think of valuable coins, we often imagine those from many decades ago. We picture coins from the early 1900s or even the 1800s, coins with a lot of history. But this 2008 penny is relatively recent, so what could possibly make it so valuable? First, it's important to understand a few basics about the Lincoln penny itself and what makes certain coins like this one so unique and sought after. The 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny belongs to the long line of Lincoln pennies that have been in production since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was initially released to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has changed a bit over the years, but Lincoln's profile has remained on the coin, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. But let's talk about the no mint mark designation, because this is where things start to get interesting. When you look at most coins, especially newer ones, you'll often find a small letter indicating where the coin was minted. A D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and in many cases, a P for Philadelphia. However, Philadelphia minted pennies traditionally do not carry a mint mark, making them appear blank in terms of mint location. So, when we say no mint mark, we mean that this penny was minted in Philadelphia, but that alone isn't what makes it valuable. What truly makes this 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth so much is a combination of its rarity and specific physical traits. In the world of coin collecting, coins can become incredibly valuable if they possess certain unique characteristics or errors. These traits can include anything from off-center strikes to doubling on the letters or numbers, and even issues with the coin's composition. In this case, some of the 2008 no mint mark pennies were found to have certain rare errors or unusual features that have captured the attention of collectors. One of the key factors that may contribute to this 2008 penny's value is its potential for errors related to its striking process. Sometimes during the minting process, a coin may be struck improperly, leading to unique appearances or imperfections. Known as error coins, these can include features like double dies, where the images or text on the coin appear doubled, creating a distinctive and highly sought-after look. There are also instances where coins may have an off-center strike, leaving part of the coin blank or with a distorted image. For the 2008 penny, one of the most remarkable versions to look out for is one with a double die error on the obverse side, or head side, of the coin. Collectors have noted that some 2008 pennies show a faint doubling effect on Lincoln's face, as well as on the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." This doubling is subtle but can be clearly seen under magnification, making it a rare error that drives up the penny's value significantly. If you happen to find a 2008 penny with this doubling, you might be holding a valuable piece. Another important factor is the condition of the penny. Coin collectors are extremely particular about a coin's condition, often grading them on a scale that ranges from poor to mint state. The closer a coin is to mint state, meaning it's in nearly perfect condition with no visible wear, the more valuable it becomes. So, if you find a 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a doubling error and it's in excellent condition, you're looking at a potentially very valuable coin. Rarity is another crucial element when determining a coin's value. Although millions of 2008 pennies were produced, only a tiny fraction of them may exhibit these unique errors or conditions that make them valuable. This scarcity fuels competition among collectors and drives prices up. For a penny like this to reach an astonishing value of $1.4 million, it would need to be a one-of-a-kind find, one that has retained its quality over the years and features a significant, rare error that sets it apart. Now, you might be wondering how you can find out if your 2008 penny is one of these valuable rarities. First, check for the no mint mark. If your 2008 penny has no mint mark, it's a good starting point. Then, take a closer look at Lincoln's profile and the lettering on the coin. Using a magnifying glass or a coin microscope, examine the text and image for any signs of doubling or unusual imperfections. If you see anything that looks like a potential error, it's worth consulting a professional coin appraiser or sending it to a grading service for evaluation. Finally, let's talk a bit about how you could go about selling such a coin. If you're lucky enough to find a 2008 no mint mark penny with a rare error and in near perfect condition, you have a few options for selling it. Many coin collectors and enthusiasts use auction houses or online auction platforms, where rare coins can attract high bids from serious collectors. You could also consider selling it to a reputable coin dealer, but be sure to get multiple opinions to ensure you're getting a fair offer. Remember, even if your 2008 penny isn't worth millions, it's still a part of American history and a fascinating piece of the Lincoln penny legacy. So, keep an eye out for these small treasures in your spare change. Who knows? You might just stumble upon $1 million penny without even realizing it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing coin stories. We're uncovering a surprising and exciting story about the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's worth an astonishing $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a common penny you might find lying around could be worth a fortune if it has the right details. So, grab your coin collection, because this is one you won't want to miss. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909. Originally designed to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it's been a staple of American currency for well over a century. What makes this particular penny from 1984 so valuable isn't just its age or rarity, it's a fascinating error that makes it stand out to collectors around the world. Now, you might wonder, how could a coin from 1984, with no mint mark, possibly be worth $1.5 million? After all, there were millions of pennies minted that year. But this specific penny falls into a category of coins that are highly prized due to a unique and rare minting error. Known as the double die obverse error, it's what sets this 1984 penny apart. So, what exactly is a double die obverse error? In simple terms, it means the coin was struck twice by the minting press, creating a doubling effect on certain parts of the design. For the 1984 Lincoln penny, this doubling is most noticeable on Lincoln's ear and the inscriptions on the coin. If you look closely at a 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny with this error, you'll see a clear doubling on Lincoln's ear, almost like he has two ears stacked together. Additionally, you may notice slight doubling on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," giving these details a shadow-like appearance. These distinct characteristics are what make this penny so highly valued among collectors. This kind of error doesn't happen often, and it's usually caught early in the minting process. But a few escape the mint's inspection, and that's why these rare examples exist. Because they're so uncommon, the demand for a 1984 double-die obverse Lincoln penny is incredibly high, especially in excellent condition. Collectors are willing to pay a premium, which has driven up the value of this specific coin to an astonishing $1.5 million for top-grade specimens. So, if you have any 1984 pennies lying around, now might be the time to give them a closer look. Let's talk about what you should look for. First, check for the absence of a mint mark under the date. The no mint mark signifies that the penny was minted in Philadelphia. Then, examine Lincoln's ear. Use a magnifying glass if possible to see if there's a doubling effect. It should look like there's a second ear slightly offset from the first. Next, inspect the words Liberty and In God We Trust at the top of the coin. If there's any shadowing or doubling effect there, you might be holding a truly valuable coin. Condition is key when it comes to the value of this coin. Like most collectibles, the value of a 1984 double-die obverse Lincoln penny depends heavily on its state. Coins that have been well preserved and show minimal signs of wear fetch the highest prices at auction. Coins graded by professional services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS, as mint state, are the ones that can reach that incredible $1.5 million mark. Lower-grade coins with the same error are still valuable, but they won't reach quite as high a price. It's also essential to authenticate any penny you believe has the double-die obverse error. Many collectors send their coins to be graded and certified by professional services to ensure their authenticity and condition. This step not only verifies that the coin is genuine, but it also gives it an official grade that can make it more appealing to serious buyers. So, if you think you have a 1984 no mint mark penny with this doubling error, it's worth the investment to have it professionally graded. Now, why would collectors be so eager to pay such a high price for a penny with a minor minting error? The answer lies in the rarity and uniqueness of the coin. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for pieces that stand out, especially those that are the result of minting errors. Double-die coins are particularly fascinating because they capture a moment in the minting process that didn't go as planned, creating a piece of history that can never be exactly replicated. For serious collectors, owning a rare double-die penny from 1984 is a chance to have something truly unique and historically significant in their collection. This coin is not only valuable but also tells a story of how minting technology has evolved over the years. Back in the 1980s, quality control at the mint was improving, but it wasn't perfect, and a few rare errors like this one managed to slip through. Today, with advanced technology, errors are much less common, making older coins with these mistakes even more prized by collectors. If you're interested in finding one of these rare 1984 pennies, the best place to start is by searching your pocket change and old coin jars. Who knows, maybe a fortune is already sitting right there in your house. And if you're an avid collector, keep an eye out at coin shops, estate sales, or even online auctions. Remember, though, to be cautious if you're purchasing a 1984 double-die obverse penny from someone else. There are a lot of counterfeits out there, so always buy from a reputable source or ensure that the coin is certified by a professional grading service. In conclusion, the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny with the double-die obverse error is a fascinating and incredibly valuable piece of American currency history. With its unique minting mistake, it has become a treasure that collectors are willing to pay top dollar to acquire. So, take a closer look at any 1984 pennies you come across, and who knows, you just might have $1 million coin in your pocket. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insights into rare coins and the amazing stories behind them. If you enjoyed this content, leave a comment below and let us know what coins you'd like to hear about next. We're diving deep into a very special penny, the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine holding a penny worth more than $1 million. So, what makes this 1988 penny so valuable? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery behind this incredible coin. First, let's talk a bit about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909, celebrating the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it has become one of the most recognized and collected coins in the world. From small variations to rare mint errors, certain Lincoln pennies have become incredibly valuable to collectors. But today, it's all about the 1988 no-mint mark penny and why this particular coin is on every collector's radar. The first thing to understand about this coin is the no-mint mark designation. In 1988, Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, pennies from Denver and San Francisco would have a D or S mint mark on them, while pennies from Philadelphia usually have no mint mark. However, most Philadelphia minted pennies aren't worth more than face value unless they have a unique error or variation. So what makes this 1988 penny so special and valuable? The value of the 1988 no mint mark penny skyrockets when it possesses a certain error known as the transitional error. In 1988, the U.S. Mint was in the process of updating the design of the Lincoln cent. This included a change to the reverse die, the side with the Lincoln Memorial. During this transition, a small number of pennies were accidentally struck with an older reverse die style that had a distinct feature on the designer's initials. This tiny detail, nearly invisible to the naked eye, makes all the difference. If you look closely at the initials FG located near the Lincoln Memorial, a specific style of FG was only supposed to be used in 1989. However, in 1988, a small batch of pennies received the 1989 reverse style by mistake. So why does this FG detail matter so much? Well, it creates what collectors call a transitional error, which is extremely rare and valuable in the coin world. This kind of error happens when a coin has features from two different years. For the 1988 penny, it means that some coins display design elements from both 1988 and 1989, making them highly unique. Only a few examples of this transitional error are known to exist, which drives their value up. When rarity meets demand in coin collecting, values can skyrocket. If you have a 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, you might be wondering how to tell if it's one of the valuable ones with the transitional error. First, grab a magnifying glass or, even better, a coin microscope. Look closely at the initials FG on the reverse side of the coin. If the initials match the style that should appear on 1989 pennies, you could be holding a valuable error coin. It's a tiny detail, but it's exactly this kind of small error that can make a penny worth thousands or even millions of dollars. If you believe you found one, consider getting it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, as they can verify its authenticity and assign it a grade, which also impacts the value. Let's talk about value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, uncirculated coin. The better the condition of your 1988 no mint mark penny, the higher the grade it will receive, which directly affects its value. For example, a heavily circulated 1988 penny with this error may be worth a few $1,000s, while an uncirculated or near-perfect example could be worth up to $1.6 million. That's because condition and rarity together create an ideal combination for collectors willing to pay top dollar. Why are collectors so eager to pay such high prices for this penny? It all comes down to supply and demand. There are very few 1988 pennies with this transitional error, and serious collectors are always on the lookout for unique pieces to add to their collections. The intrigue around transitional errors and the historical significance of the Lincoln penny both drive demand. With so few known examples, the value continues to rise as collectors compete to own one. If you're new to coin collecting and hope to find one of these valuable pennies, here are some tips. First, start by checking your pocket change. Rare coins often turn up in circulation unexpectedly, so it's worth examining every penny you come across. Invest in a good magnifying glass or a digital microscope to check for small details like mint marks or designer initials. And if you find something unusual, consider getting a professional appraisal. Joining online forums or local coin clubs can also help you learn more about coin collecting and stay updated on valuable finds. As time goes on, the 1988 no mint mark penny with the transitional error is expected to become even more valuable. The rarity of this coin and the fascination around its unique error make it a timeless treasure in the coin collecting world. So, if you're lucky enough to find one, you may be holding onto a piece of history that could continue to appreciate in value. And that's the story of the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth up to $1.6 million. It's amazing to think that a simple penny could be worth so much, all because of a tiny design error. So next time you're holding a penny, take a closer look. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our coin collecting discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found any rare or valuable coins. We're diving into an incredible topic: the surprising value of the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial cents. Many people overlook these pennies, thinking they're just pocket change. But what if I told you that some of these coins could be worth a fortune? Today, we're going to explore what makes certain 2009 Lincoln pennies so valuable and how to identify if you might be holding one of these rare coins worth millions of dollars. In 2009, the U.S. Mint decided to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth with a special series of pennies. This series included 4 unique reverse designs representing significant parts of Lincoln's life: his early years in Kentucky, his formative years in Indiana, his professional life in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. Each of these designs was packed with details that honored Lincoln's journey and legacy. Little did collectors know at the time that these seemingly ordinary pennies would later capture the attention of the coin collecting world and soar in value. So what makes the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial cents so valuable? First, let's talk about rarity. Even though millions of these pennies were minted, there are certain variations and minting errors that make some of these coins incredibly rare. Coin collectors know that scarcity and uniqueness are key factors that drive up a coin's value. The 2009 pennies were minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and they were made in 2 different compositions: a standard copper-plated zinc version and a special copper version with 95% copper content, similar to the original pennies from Lincoln's era. The special copper versions were only included in certain collector sets, making them much rarer. Among the most sought-after versions are those with errors or flaws. One common error is the double die error, where parts of the coin's design appear doubled. This can occur on any part of the coin but is especially valuable when it appears on Lincoln's portrait or on the reverse designs. Another rare error is known as the die crack, where a small crack in the minting die leaves an unusual raised line on the coin's surface. If you happen to find a 2009 penny with one of these errors, it could be worth far more than its face value. Now let's talk about specific values. Ordinary 2009 pennies without any errors or special variations might be worth only a few cents to $1 for a circulated coin, depending on its condition. But if you find a 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded by a professional grading service, it could be worth several dollars or even more to the right collector. However, the real excitement begins with those error coins. For example, a 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny with a significant double die error has been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change. It would be like discovering buried treasure. But wait, there's more. In addition to errors and condition, the 2009 pennies in their special copper composition can fetch high prices as well. Because they were only available in collector sets, these copper versions are much rarer than the regular zinc ones. Collectors have been known to pay hundreds of dollars for a single high-grade 2009 copper Lincoln penny. So, if you come across one of these, especially in perfect condition, you could be holding a coin worth a substantial amount of money. Let's not forget about how grading can impact a coin's value. Grading is the process of evaluating a coin's condition, with factors like luster, strike quality, and any visible wear taken into account. A coin graded in mint condition, known as mint state or MS, can command a much higher price than one that's been in circulation and shows signs of wear. For example, a 2009 Lincoln penny in MS67 or higher condition with an error like a double die can be highly valuable, with some of these coins reaching prices of $10,000 or more. Now let's go over some tips on how you can find these valuable 2009 pennies. First, start by checking your pocket change and coin jars at home. It might sound simple, but you never know what treasures could be hiding in plain sight. If you find a 2009 penny, examine it carefully under a magnifying glass to check for doubling, die cracks, or any unusual features. Pay special attention to Lincoln's portrait and the reverse designs. Those are the areas where errors are most likely to appear. If you think you found something unique, consider having the coin professionally graded. Grading can be a worthwhile investment if your coin turns out to be valuable. Another place to look for these coins is at your local bank. You can ask for rolls of pennies and search through them at home. This is known as coin roll hunting, and it's a popular method among collectors looking to find rare coins. Although it takes some patience, there's always a chance you could uncover a rare 2009 Lincoln penny with a valuable error. And if you're feeling extra lucky, you can also look for 2009 collector sets or proof sets, which might contain the rare copper versions of the bicentennial penny. Before we wrap up, Let's talk about one more factor that makes these 2009 pennies appealing: their historical significance. Collectors love coins with a story, and the 2009 bicentennial pennies tell the story of Abraham Lincoln's life in 4 chapters. Not only are these coins beautiful to look at, but they also serve as a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. This historical significance adds an extra layer of value and makes these pennies desirable to collectors worldwide. In summary, the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial cents are far more than just pennies. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and historical appeal, they can be worth a significant amount of money. If you find one in your change or during a coin roll hunt, take a close look. You might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Whether it's an error coin, a special copper version, or a high-grade example, these 2009 pennies are an exciting discovery for any collector. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting insights. Have you found any rare 2009 pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, happy hunting!